If it feels like the Eagles were just here at MetLife Stadium, you would be correct in saying that, because the Eagles were here last week to play against the New York Giants, and this week they're going to be facing off against the New York Jets, led by rookie quarterback Zach Wilson, who's had a pretty solid season. The Jets are currently 4-7 on the year. The Eagles are currently 6-6. Last episode was a doubleheader, and Philadelphia went 0-2. They lost to the Saints 38-30. They lost to the Giants 17-13. And the Eagles literally lost that second game by 1 yard right at the end. Looking at the playoff picture, the Eagles are currently not projected to make it, but there's not much of a reason to worry yet. The Eagles are only half a game behind the Giants in the NFC East, and they're right in the thick of things for the wild card race as well. And keep in mind, the Eagles plays only one team that's over 500 the rest of the year, that being the 6-5 Giants. The Jets are not the greatest of teams, of course, but I do want to focus on running the ball, and I also want to focus on stopping Zach Wilson because he is pretty good. So since today's episode does not include a prospect profile or a doubleheader, I wanted to do a stats update because I know a few people have requested them in the comments. So here's a look at our stats through 12 games. Jalen Hurts has thrown for around 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 13 picks. Miles Sanders has been okay. He has 840 yards and 5 touchdowns. Devontae Smith is very close to 1,000 yards. Dallas Goedert as well has had a great season. The offensive line, for the most part, has been pretty good. And then defensively, we have quite a few standouts, as Fletcher Cox has 20 tackles for loss, 13.5 sacks, and Darius Slay has an NFL-leading 7 interceptions. We have quite a few players who are towards the top when it comes to stats. Jalen Hurts is currently second in passing yards, only behind Patrick Mahomes. Devontae Smith is first in receiving yards by a pretty wide margin. In second place is Mike Evans, who's nearly 200 behind him. Fletcher Cox leads the entire NFL in tackles for loss, and he is also up there in sacks as well with 13.5. And as I said, Darius Slay is first in the NFL with 7 interceptions. Now, some of these stats are inflated because you have to keep in mind the Eagles have not had their bye week. That is week 14, which is next week. But still, it is really good to see a lot of these guys playing well. We're second in offensive yards, 30th in defensive yards, 10th in points scored, 18th in points allowed. But again, you got to remember that we've played an extra game compared to pretty much everybody else. So the stats are going to be less inflated after the week 14 bye week. Even though the New York Jets are not the greatest of teams, the Philadelphia Eagles definitely realize that they cannot take this team lightly. The Eagles need all the wins they can get here down the stretch. So they can't waste this opportunity against a pretty bad team, but they also can't take them lightly because the Jets are, a competent NFL franchise. 2nd and 9 here for New York. It's a handoff for Le'Veon Bell. Yes, Le'Veon Bell is back on the Jets. Why Madden think that makes sense, I don't know. You tell me. He gets a gain of 11. Very next play, Wilson will go with a play-action fake. Looking to throw it under pressure, and he is sacked by Akeem Davis-Gaither. Davis-Gaither has been impressive as a pass rusher recently. He had 2 sacks a week ago against the Giants. He is now up to 6 on the year, and he has gotten to the quarterback quite a bit, and he's also forced quite a few fumbles on his sacks as well. 3rd and 20. Wilson going downfield, and the pass is broken up. That was a good throw, but Rodney McLeod was able to punch the ball out, and now the Eagles get the ball for the first time today. Jalen Hurts on first down under pressure. He tries to make something out of nothing, but he's going to be sacked by Carl Lawson, who signed a big contract with the Jets this past offseason. 3rd and 15 now. Hurts gets it to an open Dallas Goedert, who breaks a tackle, trying to stay in bounds, and he gets a huge gain to the 29-yard line. Huge play there for Dallas Goedert, who gets 40 yards. Now, the Jets would actually challenge this call. They're not going to challenge if Dallas Goedert got the first down, but they're going to challenge if and when he stepped out of bounds. That's a pretty weird challenge because it's only like a 9-yard difference. Now, the challenge would be successful, so to be honest, I really don't think Goddard was ever out of bounds. I think that's a bad call by the refs to push the Eagles back, but oh well. 3rd and 9 now. Again, it's Dallas Goedert who gets the first down, and it has been a pleasure to watch Dallas Goedert really develop into one of the best tight ends in the NFL this season. With how good Devontae Smith has been, I feel like Dallas Goedert's been a little bit overshadowed. Speaking of Devontae Smith, he makes a nice grab there to the 7. But I think Smith and Goedert have both warranted possibly Pro Bowl nods this season. 3rd and goal, short pass for guess who? Dallas Goedert, who gets the touchdown. And the Philadelphia Eagles will strike first as they make it a 7-0 ball game. So now the Jets will get it back on offense. Their first drive was not a particularly good one. We'll see what they can do here. On first down, Zach Wilson looking to throw it, and it's nearly intercepted by Slay. Instead, caught by Jamison Crowder. Crowder down the field. That's going to be a 65-yard touchdown. And the New York Jets will very quickly tie it up. Darius Slay decided to play the ball rather than play the receiver, and that ended up being a bad decision. So now it is tied up at 7. Philadelphia has it back. Miles Sanders with a nice gain up the middle for a gain of 14 yards. Sanders has been really inconsistent this season. He has some games where he runs for 120 yards and he looks like a machine, and there are other games where he barely averages 2 yards a carry. There's been no level of consistency with him this year. 3rd and 8, it's a screen for Gainwell, who gets nothing. Wrapped up very quickly, and the New York Jets will get the stop and force the punt. Robert Saleh is fired up, the first-year head coach. And now Aaron Sipos is going to be on for the punt here for Philadelphia. And he has an opportunity to really back the Jets up deep. And boy, would he do so. Downed at the 2 by Ojemudia. That's going to end the first quarter. Eagles 7, Jets 7. The Eagles have dominated time of possession so far. They've had 20 plays compared to the Jets' 9. The Jets are backed up within their own end zone, so they do have to watch out for the possibility of a safety. Wilson looking to throw it under a little bit of pressure. That's going to be a nice first down gain for Corey Davis. And they're going to get some additional yardage there. Roughing the passer against Fletcher Cox. Cox has had quite a few roughing the passers called against him this year. But you can't get too upset because Cox has been one of the best defensive players in the NFL this season. And he's just trying to make disruptive plays in the backfield. And he's been doing that each and every game. 3rd and 3, Zach Wilson taking a deep shot downfield. And it is dropped by both Slay and Bell. The Jets are lucky the Eagles didn't get the interception, and the Eagles are lucky that the Jets didn't get the touchdown there. So New York would have to punt it. Philadelphia gets it back, still tied at 7. Jalen Hurts is going to scramble to the right side. Look at this open rushing room. Hurts down the field. He gained 24 yards on the ground. And Jalen Hurts has been really solid this year as a runner. We knew that going into the year that his legs were his strength, and well, they have been really good. The pass for Dallas Goedert is broken up, so the Jets will get another stop. And this is quickly turning into a defensive battle, just like last week against the Giants. 3rd and 2, handoff for Le'Veon Bell. He finds the hole and gets the first down. Le'Veon Bell was very patient on that play. He made sure he had open room. That looks like a play that prime Le'Veon Bell would make back in like 2016 when he was on the Steelers. Very next play, down to 4 minutes left here in the first half. Wilson connects with Corey Davis. Again, Darius Slay tries to play the ball. And there aren't many better ball hawks in the league than Darius Slay, so you can't really get too upset. I mean, the guy does have 7 interceptions, but when he's tried to play the ball today, it's sort of backfired. 2nd and 5, it's going to be caught by Corey Davis. Davis gets by a couple defenders. That's a huge tackle, though, by Rodney McLeod, possibly saving a touchdown, but still a big play for Davis. 2nd and goal now. I don't know why it says 2-minute warning, because we're well past that. Wilson floats it up, and it's caught by Hayden Hurst for the touchdown. With the draft pick of Kyle Pitts, the Falcons did not need Hayden Hurst, and he was traded to the Jets in the middle of the season for late-round draft capital, as it is now 14-7. Eagles trying to do some damage before the end of the half is on 3rd down. Jalen Hurts is going to run for another first down, and the Eagles will call their first timeout. Jalen Hurts so far has been awfully busy on the ground today. Now 3rd and 7. Hurts under a ton of pressure. Incomplete. The Jets' pass rush was quick in the backfield there, and New York has 33 seconds and 2 timeouts. Can they make this a 2-score lead before halftime? Short pass will be hauled in for a gain of about 7. The Jets fill the momentum bar, but they don't get back to the line of scrimmage real quick, and they're just going to try to run one more play, and it's going to be a gain of 3 for Le'Veon Bell. So that'll end the first half. Pretty good game so far. 14-7 is your score. The Eagles are on top. I do want to look at one game around the league because I find it really important. The Giants and the Dolphins. The Eagles need both of these teams to lose. They need the Giants to lose for the purpose of the division, and they need the Dolphins to lose for the purpose of that draft pick. So if both teams could lose that game, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I want to focus on stopping the medium and deep pass because, well, Zach Wilson has been really good in this game. And then offensively, we need to run the ball better. We have not ran the ball well in this game, and we need to figure it out. 3rd and 7. Hurts under a lot of pressure. The pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Richard Rodgers. Another stop for the Jets defense, who is on fire right now, and Philadelphia's offense just looks lost at the moment. New York has it back. First down. Zach Wilson under a lot of pressure. He's going to be sacked by Brandon Graham, his 5th of the year. The Eagles' pass rush has really come along this season. They started off pretty slow, and now they look like one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, anchored mainly by Fletcher Cox. But these other guys, too, have been making plays. 3rd and 14. Wilson is under a boatload of pressure, and the pass is incomplete, so the Eagles' defense gets the stop. Now they get it back on offense from the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Jalen Hurts looking to throw it. He will go short for Devontae Smith. Smith has been pretty quiet today. That's just his 2nd catch here in this one, but that'll go for a nice gain of 20 yards and a first down. Hurts now under some pressure, tries to throw it on the run, and it backfires. Richard Sherman picks off the pass, jukes out the offensive lineman, breaks the tackle from Sanders, and that'll be a pick 6 for the New York Jets. Richard Sherman looking like vintage Sherman on that play. That was just a really bad throw by Jalen Hurts. There's no excuse there. You just can't make that pass. And it is now 21-7. The Eagles have to get something figured out quickly, or else this game could be in jeopardy for them. Another big run for Jalen Hurts, who now has 79 rushing yards on the day. That's got to be a season high. We still have a quarter and a half of football left to go. 3rd and 3 now at the 28. Handoff for Miles Sanders. He gets absolutely nothing. And that's been the story of this game for the rushing attack today. Absolutely nothing. Other than Jalen Hurts, I guess. But the actual, scripted run plays, those have not gone well. 4th and 4, the Eagles are going to go for it, and it works. Jalen Hurts scrambles for a gain of 7. That is a really gutsy call, but hey, it pays off. 3rd and 3 from the 13 now. Hurts is going to look to throw it, and it is incomplete, offline for Devontae Smith. So it's 4th and inches. You have no reason not to go for it again. If you're going to go for it on 4th and 4 from the 25, you might as well go for it here. Hurts goes for the quarterback sneak. He gains 2. But that's all he needs to keep the drive alive, and the Eagles convert another 4th down. 3rd and goal from the 1. Handoff for Sanders. He is stopped on the play, losing 2. And that was Blake Cashman with the tackle. So 4th and goal at the 3. Again, what did the Eagles have to lose? Hurts sees all those players in the box, so he's going to call an audible and look to throw it. And boy, was that decision a good one. Dallas Goedert with the touchdown. Although Jalen Hurts has not been overly efficient as a passer today, I love seeing him recognizing the defense, calling an audible there on the play, and it worked out. So that was a 17-play drive in which the Eagles converted 3 4th downs. That's pretty wild, and now it is 21-14. The Jets have not had the ball for what feels like the entire quarter outside of 3 plays. On 3rd and 7, it is broken up by Darius Slay, so the Eagles will again get the stop, and that'll do it for quarter number 3. The Jets had the ball for 6 plays, the Eagles had the ball for 25 plays, yet it is still a 7-point game with 1 quarter left to go. 3rd and 3 for Philadelphia. It's a handoff for Kerryon Johnson, who gets the first down. Johnson is the one who technically choked the last game. He had the opportunity to score the game-winning touchdown, and he got stopped. It's good to see him getting a nice run there. 3rd and 4, very risky throw for Jalen Reagor. Really threading the needle on that pass, but he does get it to the 35 for a first down. 3rd and 7 now. Hurts is going to look to scramble with it. He goes short for Sanders, who makes a great cut right between 2 defenders, bringing it to the 9-yard line. Miles Sanders has made a few nice plays in the pass game today, but just not running the ball. 3rd and goal. Hurts is going to try to run for the touchdown. He is unsuccessful, stopped at the 3. Brandon Brooks injured on the play. Luckily, it's not really going to be a serious injury. He should return to the game shortly after. And now the Eagles are going to go for a field goal. So they were super gutsy on the last drive, but on this possession, they choose to play it safe. Jake Elliott makes the kick, and it is now 21-17 with about 5 minutes left to go. The Eagles are still completely dominating time of possession. The Jets have barely seen the ball in this quarter, or really this half altogether. Le'Veon Bell at the handoff. He gets by McLeod, breaks a tackle from Slay, is eventually hit hard out of bounds by Akeem Davis-Gaither. I've got to say, Le'Veon Bell's played pretty well today, which is kind of a surprise, especially considering last week Saquon Barkley was so bad for the Giants. 3rd and inches, it's a play-action pass. Wilson is incomplete, so the Eagles' defense gets another stop, and now the offense has an opportunity to possibly take the lead. 4th and inches from the Philadelphia 41, and the Jets are going to punt it. I do not get that call at all. You got to try to punch it in there, right? I mean, Le'Veon Bell has ran the ball well in this game, or go for a QB sneak. I think that's a call that could really bite the Jets in the rear end when it's all said and done. So Jalen Hurts of the offense is back on the field, going to try to orchestrate a game-winning drive to put the Eagles back above 500. On 2nd and 7, he goes short for Miles Sanders. Woo! Nice little juke move. He brings it inside the 45-yard line for a big first down. And Miles Sanders is continuing to play well in the pass game. He just still hasn't run the ball well. 3rd and 10. Hurts is going to scramble to the right side, looking to throw it, and he gets it to Jalen Reagor. He could have probably ran for that first down too, but he decided to go for the pass. Still gets the first down, so as long as the Eagles make the play, it doesn't really matter how they make it. Now the 2-minute warning. This is literally anyone's game. 21-17 your score. Short throw for Goddard, who breaks a tackle, trying to keep his footing, and he brings it to the 9. Now it's Andre Dillard who is hurt. Lane Johnson also got hurt earlier in the game, so the Eagles have 3 of their starting offensive linemen hurt. 2nd and goal. Miles Sanders finds the end zone for the score. The Eagles completely fill up the momentum bar, and Philadelphia takes their first lead, I believe, since the first quarter. A big run for Miles Sanders, who has not had a particularly great game, but Miles Sanders fantasy owners, there you go. I know you've been through a lot this year. So now the Jets offense has it, trying to get a game-winning drive of their own, and that attempt would be very short-lived. Rodney McLeod picks off the pass, and the Eagles are now going to get it within the red zone. So the Jets drive there lasted only 1 play, but hey, at least they didn't get the Jets fans' hopes up. Javon Hargrave hurt on the play. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Eagles back on offense, 2nd and 2. Miles Sanders breaks a tackle for the touchdown. 24 unanswered points for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they take a 10-point lead. Javon Hargrave's injury, by the way, is turf toe. So it's 4th and 7 for the Jets. They're literally hanging on for dear life. Zach Wilson's pass is going to be broken up by Avonte Maddox, and the ball game is over. This was a really weird game, but at the end of the day, a win is a win. The Eagles outscored the Jets 24-0 in the final quarter and a half to get this win. The offense sucked in the first half, but I think that interception from Jalen Hurts was really sort of a wake-up for the Philadelphia Eagles, and after that Jalen Hurts interception, they looked flawless, and before that, they looked abysmal. The main story of this game was time of possession. The Eagles literally had the ball for double the amount of time the Jets did. In the second half, the Jets might have had the ball for 3 minutes. I mean, the Eagles felt like literally had the ball the whole game. So as I said, Jalen Hurts started off rough, but he played a lot better as the game went on. Zach Wilson was the opposite. He was outstanding in the first half, and he was bad in the second half. I think he went like 3 for 12 after halftime or something, after going 14 for 18 in the first half. Miles Sanders averaged 3 yards per carry, but he did score twice. Le'Veon Bell and Jalen Hurts both had nice games on the ground. Kenneth Gainwell ran the ball pretty well too. Nice game for Dallas Goedert. 9 catches, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders was the next best receiver for the Eagles. Devontae Smith was pretty quiet for his standards, only 3 catch, 44 yards. He now is officially over 1,000 yards though. Few sacks in this game. The Eagles had 2 of them, and then the interception by Rodney McLeod to pretty much ice the game. So now we're 7-6 going into the bye week. The Giants ended up beating the Dolphins, which is not good news for the division, but that is good news for our draft pick. So the Giants are still ahead of us, but we are projected to be the 7th seed as of right now. Jason Kelsey wants to talk to us about the bye week, and I think the team has perfectly earned some time off. We've really focused on practicing hard with full pads pretty much all year, and it's been a long season. 13 games without a bye week is a lot, so I think they deserve time off, and that'll help their injury rating and their morale. Not a whole lot has changed after the bye week. We're still projected to finish as the 7th seed. The Giants did lose their Week 14 game. I also want to point out that the Colts have the worst record in the league. We own their 2nd-round pick, so that's going to be an awfully high 2nd-rounder. And the Dolphins have lost 5 straight. They are now 4-9 and projected to have the 4th overall pick. So as of right now, we have a top 5 pick, which is awesome. So hopefully Miami keeps losing. So that's going to end today's episode. Next time, we will play the 6-7 Washington football team for the first time this season. We're also going to have a prospect profile on offensive and defensive linemen, which should be pretty fun. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.